You know, when it comes to attractiveness, they say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I know that I would not be considered this gorgeous person, this beautiful person. I believe that some people, including me, would consider me handsome. They may say I have a cute smile. Hey, okay. Um, but I know that I'm not winning any beauty pageants anytime soon, right? That doesn't take away, that doesn't mean that I think that I'm unattractive because I don't. That's just the reality, right? I could say somebody is handsome or cute or gorgeous or beautiful, and the next person may say, they look all right. There are people that I think are absolutely fine, right? And then some of my friends be like, oh, there are some people who some of my friends think that are just girl out of this world, and I'm just like, right? But what we not gonna do is have someone that looks like this say a goddamn thing about how ugly somebody might be. When you appear to be ill favored, you might just want to hush, especially when you are critiquing someone who looks better than you. Now, to be fair, right? For those who don't know what I'm talking about, we're talking about Young Thug, Mariah the Scientist, and GloRilla. To be fair, people call people unattractive. You know, I do, believe it or not, girl, I do. Someone who I'm friendly with, they hate the word ugly, right? And it can come across as mean, like to call someone ugly, like that it does sound mean. It does, but we may have to use that word a few times within this conversation. Young Thug was on a phone call with Mariah the Scientist. Young Thug is a chatty Patty, a chatty Kathy. When I tell you, homegirl likes to run her mouth. I don't know if she was bored. Well, I'm sure she was. I'm sure she was bored and didn't have anything to do. When she was locked up. But and somebody has it out for Young Thug because the way they are releasing these phone calls is absolutely insane to me. Him having, a conversation with anyone. This time it was his girlfriend. It's no different what people usually do, right? We're not going to sit here and pretend that when we're at the kitchen table or when we're talking to our friends, sometimes the conversations don't get a little crass. And if it's somebody who we feel may be unattractive, we just don't use the word, we'll just say ugly. So him having the conversation with Mariah the Scientist, the way that they were having it, is not anything that's just so uncommon. It happens all the time. The thing is, unfortunately, in this situation, your conversation has now been made public. We hear the conversation, and we're also looking at the people that are a part of the conversation. Excuse me. So this is according to the neighborhood talk. Wow. Young Thug goes in and I'm sorry. Let me start over. Girl, I'm trying to get to what I need to talk about. Wow. Young Thug goes in and GloRilla in a newly leaked call. Mariah the Scientist says she feels like guys would mess with Glow if she was regular. And Mariah, you ain't about shit because Girl, the clips that's going around with you on stage, that's why you can't trust these heifers either. Because they'll smile in your face and tell you look good, and then get on and then when they start to have kitchen table talk, pillow talk with their incarcerated boyfriend, now all of a sudden, girl, you regular. Neighbors, this is wild. Young Thug was in prison keeping that chat line hot every single night. In a newly leaked call, he's now heard speaking on GloRilla. As we previously reported, calls from Young Thug's time in jail have been appearing out of thin air. Within the last week, we've heard audio of him speaking on Gunna, Lil Durk, Kendrick Lamar, P of Quality Control, and he's now adding GloRilla to the list. Thug first brings up and questions why people say she's pretty, before expressing that she's ugly as FUCK in his opinion. Mariah originally questions his view, then states that people often say GloRilla resembles Rihanna. Thug, disagreeing, says Glo is more of a Brianna and laughs it off before really going in. She looks like Rihanna long at, I'm going to play the clip so I don't have to say what he said. What's interesting is Mariah's response. She agrees that GloRilla probably has the men in her DMs, but she also says she doesn't think those men would deal with Glo if she was regular and didn't have a chart topping record. Girl, when I tell you between Kendrick, between her man talking about Kendrick Lamar and her talking about Mariah the Scientist. Between Mariah the Scientist talking about GloRilla, girl, it sound like, girl, that's a hating ass couple. Girl, if you see a hater, point them out. Point them out, point them out, point out both of them. There she go, and there she go. Mariah the Scientist, do you have a number one song? Oh, okay. Anyways, goes on to say that Mariah and Glo shared the stage together back in June for a birthday bash in Atlanta, so the timing sucks. Let me go ahead and play the clip so y'all can hear what girl Chatty Patty and girl Mariah the biologist said, okay?
I saw the girl, the girl, GloRilla. She,
yeah.
why do people say she pretty? That be ugly as fuck.
You think she ugly?
You said it. Like, yeah, they say she ain't ugly. People, niggas be saying she ain't ugly. That bitch ain't nothing.
They be saying she look like Rihanna.
Man, be like goddamn Brianna.
Man,
watch that.
oh, man.
She look like Rihanna. Long ass, bullshit ass wig, skinny shit. Goddamn, big ass head, big mouth. Man, watch out. It's crazy. There probably niggas really running around sneaking with her too. She on the Hannah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of niggas in her DM and stuff. Probably. But I be feeling like sometimes a lot of niggas like that, it'll be like, if the girl was regular and you weren't trying to fuck with the girl, it's just like she got a number one song and,
Niggas just like, oh, let hit her. Man, bitch ain't talking about nothing. I would not pursue her at all, ever. Man, watch out. Watch out. That shit ain't nothing. All the shit I seen about her. Seen a video of walking past, that big ass mouth, just like always laughing, looking at that bitch. She look funny. She look funny. Man, the girl look funny, man. Who the hell who trying to smack this? Man, you got me thinking like Trippie Redd or some shit and trying to hit her. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no.
Man, Trippie Redd done cuffed this girl, and she is like a super thot.
Young Thug. And again, I'm not a beauty queen, okay? I'm not Miss USA, right? I'm not Kenya Moore. I'm not some Barbie doll. I'm not some Ken. I know I look better than Young Thug. And that's just no questions, ifs, ands, buts about it. Young Thug looks like a bear clawed his face. Young Thug looks like he wears a Halloween mask year round. So for Young Thug to get on a phone and he physically looks the way that he looks and has the audacity to call someone who looks way better than him light years, girl, and call them ugly is absolutely insane. It looks like Young Thug's face was put inside of a blender and they turned that motherfucker on at high speed. Girl, at high speed, you ugly motherfucker. How you gonna be on the phone calling somebody who look better than you ugly when it look like somebody put your face head first right inside of this blender and turned this motherfucker on high? Hold on, let me turn this motherfucker on. Young Thug appears as if when his mother was pregnant with him, she drank a fifth of Paul Masson every day of her pregnancy. Young Thug appears as if when his mother was pregnant with him, she smoked a carton of Cool Filter King cigarettes every day. A carton, not a package, not a pack, a carton. Young Thug appears as if when his mother was pregnant with him, she didn't go to any of her doctor's appointments. All she ate was sugar and sweets. She didn't put nothing green on her plate. Yeah. She drunk OE every day. So for him to get on the phone call, hey! Young Thug looks like when his mother was pregnant with him, she ate chitlins and fried chicken and smothered pork chops and gravy every day. Young Thug mother looks like she slept on her stomach her entire pregnancy. Just face flat on her pillow, stomach just on the mattress. That's how Young Thug looks. Y'all keep it going. Y'all tell me what Young Thug looks like. Let's keep on going. Young Thug got some nerve. Young Thug looked like somebody just got his face and just, girl, threw acid on it. Young Thug looked like somebody named Rico. Young Thug looked like he can't even go to Atlanta for the next 10 years. Young Thug looked like he on probation for the next 15 years. Based off of how Young Thug moves, he gonna be back in jail within 5 years. And I'm being generous with 5. Like I said, we all have kitchen table talk. We all have our opinions about people, whether you look better than them or you think you look better than them or not. So Young Thug ain't no different. But the difference is that our phone calls are not being leaked. Now, once that happens, we're going to have to deal with the consequences. You know what I'm saying? Once the phone calls are leaked, then we're going to have to deal with the consequences. Until that day comes, we're going to sit here and we're going to talk about Young Thug and Mariah the Scientist. Mariah, girl, bitty bitty bum bum, you ain't about shit. It sounded like she tried to, you know what, another thing I want to say too before I get into Mariah. They came out, GloRilla came out, and this is what she had to say about what Young Thug said. Mind you, this same nigga blowing my phone up to ask what color my eyes is. LMAO. Huh. He also tagged GloRilla and said, first of all, I'm sorry to you for all my words. And I honestly don't think you're ugly at all. I was speaking from jail, just having a hard time with life. I don't like bashing girls and hardly ever did. I'm sorry to you, twin. Twin. Girl. So you still think she ugly? Okay. I don't like bashing girls. I was having a hard time. Let me tell y'all something. I can guarantee you, one, GloRilla ain't lying. Two, I bet you that he only probably felt that way, just like a lot of niggas do. Listen, most of my friends are girls, and I have been around a lot of girls, and I've heard a lot of stories that the girls tell. One thing a nigga will do after he can't have access to your punani, okay, to your poom poom jump. Shout out to Tiana Taylor. Once you shut him down, then you become every ugly bitch in the book. I bet you he only feels this way about GloRilla because GloRilla didn't give him no play. Because I bet you after he probably told her her eyes was cute, and she probably just giggled and walked off or didn't respond to the text message or the DM or whatever, he probably felt some way about being basically rejected. And so at this point, now she's ugly. Mariah, you ain't no good. You tried to clean it up a little bit, but then that's your man though. I guess you're gonna stick beside your man. I just think that when you're ill favored, as and I don't want to say ugly because that sounds harsh, even though I've said it probably about 16 times. When your face is disfigured like Young Thug's is, I don't think that you really have a lot of room to talk. Now again, a lot of us not beauty queens. A lot of us ain't no Holly Berries, right? A lot of us ain't no, the top-notch girls, the top-notch diva and divos. But bitch, we don't look like no Young Thug either. We got a little room to talk. Okay. Anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think. I got to get off here because I have to upload. I have to do another video for my Patreon. Just for those who don't know, I have a Patreon. I upload 2 videos a week. So far, I've been holding up the end of my, I'm a man of my word. And I just want to, shout out and give a thank you to all the boys and girls who are supporting the Patreon. Those who can, I completely understand. But if you want to, the link will be in the description box. We just talk, sometimes we just expand the conversation on Patreon, talk about certain people sometimes that I don't necessarily want to talk about on YouTube, or, I'll call them an extra name or two. I think right now we're having a good time, but yeah, it's a good time. But if you want to, go ahead and become a member. I will be uploading the next video hopefully tonight. We're going to be talking about Melody and Martell Holt. Baby. That's a mess. All right, y'all. I'm gone. I will see y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all. And you know what? I want someone to go. I need Mariah the Scientist to go make sure that she's mentally okay. Because I really do believe that in order for anyone to allow someone who looks like Young Thug crawl on the top of them and let them stick their penis inside of them, I think that that's a mental illness. I do. God. You got to be mentally ill. I need somebody to put that lady in the 5150 hole. Yes, yes, yes. And then the gag is, girl, if you get pregnant, baby, and you have a little Young Thug, baby. Oh, let me shut up. We're not gonna talk about the children.